Hello, one and all. I have finished shooting my short film. Well, it's more of a micro short. It's more of a camera test. I wanted to give my Krasnogorsk 3 a go, and I thought there's no better way of testing it than putting it in the field. This video is a making of, so therefore will contain spoilers. Although I did write a script, there wasn't much point in showing it to anyone. I didn't need raise funding as I self-funded, I had no crew, and the actors had no dialogue. So I thought the best way to convey the idea to the actors was through storyboards. I've always drawn storyboards for the films I've directed. They're often not needed, but it helps me justify the years I spent at art school. What I've taken to doing recently is editing them together in an animatic, so people can actually see how the full movie is going to look. And that there is basically the stupid film I wanted to shoot on my birthday. Sadly, rain prevented play that day, so we met on June 26th. Here are the actors signing their contracts before we started filming. I can't stress how important it is to get contracts, but we soon found our place out in the blistering hot sun. One thing I didn't factor in for a moment was how much hard work cranking that camera is. We only had 2 rolls of film, so I had to be economical, but we got the shots we needed. Then I had to reload and shoot some more. All in all, it was about 2 hours worth of work. Then we went to the pub for a cold one. Had I shot this film on video like any sensible filmmaker would have, I could have gone home, edited it, and uploaded it before the day was out. But I shot 16mm. That means I had to wait for it to be developed. And that was a long old wait. I've just been sent my 16mm footage that I shot. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm going to watch it live for the first time right now. I'm just clicking it if I'm going to synchronize the video. And double click. Okay, let's have a look. Well, there's an image, that's always a good start. These are not color corrected, so there will be some contrast. It's also, that's overscanned. See how there's the black line on the sides. So I did ask for this image to be cropped, so that has been done incorrectly. But also note that it's juddering slightly. That's the footage actually moving about in the exposure thing. I'm gonna correct that hopefully in editing. So that was the first shot over. Emmy there. It keeps flickering about. Okay, well that shot's usable, so that's alright. Funny, this moves so quickly, it took so long to shoot. I'm having to crank up the camera like 12 wide. She looks great in those glasses. I'm having to crank up these the camera like 12 winds every time we did one of these shots. So by the time that we got to maybe about this point, 2 minutes of footage in, I was soaked through with sweat. It was a really hot and a really bright day. Funny, because I remember not being able to see Emmy's eyes on the day because those were thick sunglasses. But you can see her eyes, which is quite nice. Oh yeah, this is the shot I tried at the end because I didn't know how much footage I had. Turns out I had more than I thought I had. That seems to start a little late. Oh yeah, and there was that man. Yeah, I remember. I might keep that guy in. So this is actually just under 3 minutes because I probably had another take in there and I didn't realise. And when I took the film out, it looked like I couldn't get it out. But luckily inside the Krasnogorsk
there's a film cutter, so I just cut the end off. But that's all come out fine. Okay, I shot that footage because when you're loading I just loaded a film in the shade under a tree. That shot I'm actually really pleased with. I was sure that was going to be underexposed. But when I loaded the new film, I forgot to change the setting back to 24 frames a second. So that first shot was too fast. Luckily, I realised it makes a different sound if it's at the wrong film speed. And Sam there. Sam's got a great face for black and white. I don't remember this shot. Don't remember this at all. Oh, this was the... Oh, yes, I do, yes. What you can't see is I'm actually talking through the actions. The entire time. So yeah, I'm literally just saying, alright, turn to him, turn to Emmy, Emmy raspberry, Sam raspberry, hands down. Oh yeah. At this point, I thought it was breaking. I hadn't wound it enough because my arm was really tired. I had a real pain in this forearm, and I was winding it because I'm on my knees for this shot. I'm winding it above my head, and because of the strength of my arm and the position I'm in, I wasn't winding it enough, so it kept stopping before the end of the shot. That's a nice shot. I thought of that one on the day. I hadn't storyboarded this one, and I think it's my favourite shot. There were Oscars on the back there, which I think was a reference to the Academy Awards. Bit of production design. And that's that.
I edited the movie, just as I edit these videos, and because of the scant running time and only having 6 minutes of footage to choose from, I was done pretty quickly. But the film was missing something. Despite the fact I had dubbed on the park noise, it was very clear that the film needed music too. Then, as luck would have it, Matt Williams got in touch with me. Matt is a musician who recently composed music for the Channel 4 TV series The Great British Dig. He also used to be my boss when I worked in the record store he managed. He offered his composing services and I took him up on them. And this is what he came up with very little direction from me. It's good, isn't it? I ended up being so pleased with this silly little movie that I've decided to send it to some festivals. Films like this don't win prizes, but I thought it'd be nice to get it in front of some proper audiences. But that does mean that I can't upload it to YouTube until those events have passed, as a lot of festivals can be snobby about exclusivity. So what have I learned? Well, I still love film. It's more expensive, it's slower, and you're never fully sure if you've got what you need, but when it comes out, it looks better than anything. You can put any effects you like on digital, it still won't look the same because film's a chemical process, there's a grain to it, there's a life to it. But video is so much easier, I understand that. The Krasnogorsk 3 is particularly difficult to use because it takes so long to load a film. If I was to shoot a feature film with the Krasnogorsk, I'd have to get 2 of them, so someone could be loading a film whilst I was shooting. That money could be better invested elsewhere. But those are things to debate another time. I'm Scott Kingsnorth, and I'm making a movie.